What's up, everybody? Welcome into the New Life podcast. We're so glad that you decided to join us.
And people are excited. We got another episode. We've been getting some suggestions. We've been hearing some feedback, but people are generally excited and want to listen to what we have to say for some reason.
I'm not gonna say I'm shocked. That's the wrong word because I don't want to be that negative. But I am.
I mean, my
encouraged.
My quote that I said, or the thing that I said to Mateo when he brought this to us, he's like, hey, we could do a podcast. I was like, there's no way anybody's going to want to listen to anything that I have to say. I talk all the time and I feel like nobody's listening, and people are actually listening. So
that sounds like a good problem at home. We should probably talk about that.
We're going to bring it up today. Today we're going to talk about marriage and communication. No, just kidding. We're not.
Nicole, I hope you're tuning in. No,
she is.
No, we are. We're for real. Thank you so much for the just awesome feedback that we've received. And
it's great.
The way people have, I've gotten messages from people that are like, I put it on in my living room and we sat and watched it and
during dinner and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
What are you guys doing?
I made my kids watch it and stuff like that. It's really, really awesome. I know my wife made my son watch episode 1. So
did he like it?
To make sure that he had made his good choices with his friends. I'm like, why are you making him watch this? He talks to me all the time.
I talk to him every day.
Yeah, exactly. I am his father. I do live at home with you. But anyway, we're glad that you tuned in. It is Luke and Devon again.
We're back, dude. What's been going on with you since the last time the people say? Anything fun?
Same old.
Oh, good. So what is that for the people who don't know you?
Same old,
playing
man.
in your men's league?
Playing in my men's league. A-League. Always. A-League.
Okay.
Stanford JCC hit 9 threes the other day. No big deal. In a dub. Men's league, hoops, family, church. That's it.
What more could you want?
Getting ready for basketball season to start. Once that gets going, then my life is over. So... Not like death, but really busy.
I've been busy. Had a lot going on.
Well, you coach in the fall.
I coach soccer, and so I've been coaching. We've had a good season, a great season, actually, and so that's been fun. I've been hanging out with my brother a lot. We went to a comic book shop and convention.
Shout out Drew.
Shout out Big Drew. Loves the comics. And so we went to, and it was the weirdest experience I've ever had in my entire life. A lot of people dressed up as Pokemon characters and comic books and stuff. It was interesting. I kind of got into it. I was like, this is cool, I guess.
Kind of weird.
It was kind of weird. But it was fun. If that's your thing, do it, okay? Me and Drew are going to go back. We're going to go to another one. Buy some stuff.
What's the deal? Grown adults, that just dress up as something for fun. It's kind of weird, no?
Cosplay?
Yeah, when we went to Universal a couple years ago, and there's just people walking around with shirts and ties, they go to whatever
Hogwarts.
School Harry Potter. I wouldn't know. I didn't watch that movie. I'm a Christian. But weird, no? If you're watching and you dress up,
it's
for
your
fun,
thing.
We love you. We love you. God loves you.
This is coming from a guy who just said that he was bragging about hitting 9 threes in an adults men's league.
Yeah, but I also didn't go to my men's league.
Thinks that he still got a shot at the NBA.
I didn't go to my men's league basketball game in a full NBA uniform.
Did you wear a uniform though?
No, no, I didn't. I didn't go in a full. If I showed up in a Bulls jersey and Bulls shorts, and I was like, "MJ's here, boys!"
Hey, if it's your thing, do it, rock it. The only thing I would say is you got to commit to it. You can't go half in and I'm gonna just wear this.
What about cosplay for church? Could you come dressed up as Moses to church? You'd think that person's weird.
That would be weird. Actually, funny story about that. Sorry, I'm just gonna go off on a story every time today. When I was in high school, I wanted to go to a costume party around Halloween, and my dad, being a pastor at New Life, he was like, it's not happening. He's a good dad. He was like, no, we don't do Halloween. We don't celebrate it. We don't participate. And I'm like,
that's a topic for another podcast.
It's not even on Halloween, Dad. Can I go? And so he was like, you can go.
It's a harvest party.
You're allowed to go. You can hang out with your friends, but you have to dress up as a Bible character. And so I dressed up as Moses. And I went to the party.
That is
full
so
robe,
that is
beard,
so crazy, dude.
full wig. It was sick. It was awesome. I'll try to find a picture. Maybe we could throw
sandals?
it up. But yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't remember.
dogs were out.
The dogs were out for the harvest party. Yeah, it
That's
was great,
crazy.
dude.
Well, anyway, we're really sorry that if you dress up in cosplay, we love you. Jesus loves you. But don't come to church in cosplay.
No, that would be strange. Come up dressed as Pastor Luke one Sunday. That would be great.
A kid did that at camp one year, remember?
Shaved his head.
We had a kid at summer camp for Superhero Day.
That's a bit much. That's aggressive.
He dressed up like me because,
Why wouldn't he?
what a role model.
You were
And
a
he
superhero.
shaved his head. He shaved a bald spot in his head
And
at
then,
camp. I'll give him props for the commitment.
yeah.
Big Andrew, if you're watching.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's
No,
wild.
that's too much.
A little too much. But anyway, enough about us. Today, we want to talk to you guys a little bit. I'm not, you know this, people know this. I'm not an outdoorsy person.
No, you're the least outdoorsy person.
No, I don't get it. I mean, I listen, here's the thing. I like to hike if you're hiking to something, right? So like if we're hiking and I know at the end of my hike there's going to be a sick waterfall or a mountain range, a good view, chance for an opportunity for a pick, great. But if we're just walking around in the woods, I don't understand it. Or sleeping on the ground in a tent and all that. I don't get it. However, there's something to be said about nature, about the way that when you're out there, you just feel the presence of God.
100%.
In creation.
I love hiking. I love camping. Ever since I was a little kid, it's been something that I've loved to do. I have a passion and a goal and a dream in my life to own a camper and to just travel across the United States with my family.
That sounds awesome.
That is because I love nature, because I love being outdoors and doing different things. I don't know when it started. I don't know if it was in high school or college. My aunt, she had a camper when we were kids, and she would take us out and we would do these family trips, and it was a ton of fun. And I love nature. And now having my own son who is like obsessed with
all
creation,
things outside,
with nature, with everything outside, with dirt and rocks and leaves,
fossils.
It's just been something that's been on my mind and my heart recently, of like just appreciating nature, but who God is and who He's created us to be, and
you're dressed currently like you should own a camper. Bass Pro
Shops, my favorite store.
Get a sponsorship.
Yeah, we'll get a sponsorship for next episode.
Me and my wife went away a couple weeks ago to upstate New York. She likes going up there for some reason, and so what the wife wants to do, you do. So we went up there and we went on this like mini hike. I did all the research. I
looked up how long
Googled
it was gonna be, how
I
much
found
time.
the trailhead. I think that's what they call it.
The elevation grade.
The whole deal.
Yeah.
It was a half-mile hike. It was awesome. Half
great.
mile in, half mile out, mile total. But at the end of it was a sick, really cool like waterfall. You could like walk out on the rocks, like out into the water. So you're like dead straight ahead of the waterfall. And again, if I got to hike 3 hours to see it, I'm probably not gonna. But once I'm there, and the waterfall's happening and like these rock formations are there and everything, and you start thinking about every time I go somewhere like that, I always say to my wife, or my wife always says to me, like, how could anyone think that there's not a God? Like just being in nature and watching these things
and
happen.
There's so many different ways that people like appreciate nature and different things. Like we have friends who they love hiking or camping, and they do these long extended trips, or they bird watch, or
Big Zach, shout out Big Zach.
There's people, and they honestly just love nature and love creation so much, and so my son, I think, is turning into one of those, and that's what I said. I said to Luke, I'm like, that's what I want to talk about. Is it's been so cool, especially in this fall time, in this fall season, seeing like my son get excited about God's creation and get excited about nature and get excited about those things. And so I found a verse in Psalm 104, verse 24. It says this: "O Lord, how many are your works? In wisdom you have made them all, and the earth is full of your creatures." And so it just made me think of like the simplest things in nature, the smallest things in nature, whether it's the wind, whether it's the rain, whether it's a rock outside. It's like God has designed these things with purpose. And so it's like even the small things in our lives, even in our walk with Christ, even in our relationships and our attitude and our characteristics that we have, like God has created us uniquely, but even those small things have purpose. And so I thought it was cool. And so the funny thing about Sai is, like, the other day we were out and about, and we were at the park, and he picked up like a rock, and he picked up a leaf, and he gives it a name, right? It's like everything is Mr. Rocky.
And
like,
Sai,
like,
tell the people, Sai is 3.
He's 3, and so he's very, very
he's
smart.
Not 14.
No, but it's like he picks it up, and so he's got these rocks, and it's like Mr. Leafy. Like, my car is full of
Mr. Leafy.
Mr. Leafy.
I love that.
Like, it's like that's Mr. Leafy and Mr. Rocky, and so, but my car is full of just like dead leaves because he picks them up like on the way, or like we're in a parking lot. He's like, "Oh, that's a cool leaf," and he just puts it in the car. It's like, dude, my car, I look like I'm homeless because there's just leaves just piling up in the back of my car. And we were at the park, and he had them, and it was great, and he's talking about them, and he's keeping them, and all of a sudden what happens, right, like with our kids, is like we get in the car, and sure enough he leaves them at the park. And it was like we got home, and he's like, "No, where is Mr. Leafy? Where is Mr. Rocky?" And me and my wife at this point, we're like, we don't even remember what he's talking about. But it's, again, it's just like, it reminded me of this, is like, is the earth is full of God's creation, and sometimes I think we just like overlook it, and sometimes I think we need to be reminded of, even in these small little things, even in the sunlight on days where it's nice and warm and it's sunny, it's like these are these little things that we forget about. It's God's creation. It all has a purpose. It all has it's a part of his design and why he created it, and it reflects, again, the way that he created us, that we see in Genesis, and that we read about is the detail and the care that he has for us and the way that he created us. And
for sure, God's in the details, right?
Yeah.
My wife makes fun of me because when it's sunny out, I like to sit in my backyard in just a regular chair, like not like a layback chair, just like a regular chair, and I just sit there like this because I like the sun, vitamin D, right? It's good for you, you know. And I love in the summertime, you know, my wife, my daughter are like horrifically afraid of like anything that crawls or flies or anything, bees and spiders and whatnot. But I always tell, I'm like, you guys got to stop. I'm like, they're here for a reason, right? And so I love sitting outside in that time of year and watching the bees fly to the flowers and pollinate them, right? Like, they're in the middle of it, they're doing their thing, they're taking it where they need to take it, and it's so cool how you're saying those small things, like you're watching that happen, and you're thinking to yourself as I'm watching, I'm thinking to myself, without that bee, that flower never happens, exactly. Right? So it's like that, the small things in life, the small things that God has designed us to do and called us to, even in nature, those small things, like we've been talking about last series we did on Sundays, about how the leaves have to fall off the trees, like winter has to come so the roots can grow deeper. Like, we don't always see it when we're looking at it, but like God is always working in those small things, and having that childlike faith like Sai, that's like, man, how do I take these small things and really appreciate them for what they are? Yeah,
it's just looking at the trees in the winter, and you're like, man, this stinks. It's just gray and dark. In Connecticut, where we live, it's dark, and for like 4.5 months, 5 months, where it's just dark. There's no leaves on the trees, but that's like you're saying, that's the season that's needed so that we can have a spring where the trees, the roots dig deep, and the leaves grow back, and the fruit starts to come back, and then we can enjoy that for the summer and then into next year. And it's the same, again, in our faith. The last thing I wrote down is the same God who made those vast creations that we talk about, right? Like, whether it is the ocean and all of the animals and the solar system, which we have no idea about, and all these different things, the same God who made those vast creations also made those small details that, like, we see my son loves, and that we should appreciate and we should know. It's just that, again, constant reminder as believers. It's the same God. He's making these big things, but he cares about those little details.
Yeah.
He cares about those little details in your everyday life, and the things that you're struggling with, and the things that you're going through. Like, he cares about those small things.
Yeah.
And so
take some time, take some time. Like I said, I'm not a huge outdoors guy, but I'm learning more and more to just get outside a little bit and just breathe it in. Like, understand, hey, I'm breathing air that tree over there made for me. Like that, like God, when it rains, like when you think about how rain even works, or when it eventually snows and you think that every snowflake is different
and unique,
like, man, like when you actually take a look at everything that's happening outside and think about how big God is, that he created it all, but then how insignificant it makes us feel. But to think that a significant God like that would care about an insignificant person like me, like the Bible says that he cares. If he knows the sparrow that falls out of the tree, how much more does he know me and care about me? And like, it just makes you a little awestruck of like, man, God is this big and he still cares about me.
Go outside, collect some leaves this week.
Collect some rocks. We actually have a buddy, when we went last summer, me and Devon and our wives and another couple couples. Does that make sense?
It doesn't, but that's fine.
And our buddy Zach, shout out Zach Davidson. He's a big outdoors guy, and every time we go on a hike or we go somewhere, he makes, I can't remember what they're called.
I don't know what they're called.
The rock stacks.
He stacks them.
Somebody knows what they're called. You can
in the comments
put it in the
section.
comments. You know what they're called. Zach, if you're watching, if you figured out how YouTube works, he makes these stacks, right, with the rocks and everything, and it makes me laugh every single time. But he's like so pumped about it when he's done.
Once he gets
he's
it
like,
done.
bro, look at this stack, bro, look at this stack. Or like we're walking and he'll see another stack and he'd be like, oh, I wonder who left that stack. Like, look at that stack, you know. But the appreciation is there, and so I get it, right? Like he is appreciating nature, appreciating what God has done, and I think sometimes, like Zach, who's almost 40, or Sai, who's almost 4, we need to have that appreciation of like, man, look at what God can do in our own way. Now, I prefer to have that appreciation on a beautiful beach that God has created. Other people,
so that's your ideal. If mine is camping and going outside, if you're gonna be outside,
it's
you
all
pick
nature.
a beach.
If I gotta be outside, if I gotta dig into nature, it's the beach, it's the ocean, it's everywhere I've ever gone on vacation that has an ocean, I try to do some sort of snorkeling, diving, excursion.
I don't think I could disagree more. The beach is the worst place on earth. It's sand. Like, it gets on everything. It's disgusting. You're dirty. You're hot.
That's
the
why
whole
you
time.
go in the ocean.
You're eating food. It has sand on it. You're trying to drink a soda, cool off. It has sand on it. You don't know what's in the ocean.
I'm not going to the beach in Egypt.
Stop
it's not
going
a
in the
sandstorm.
ocean. God didn't create us to go in the ocean, okay? That's why he put the sea creatures in there.
That's why we still don't know what's at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
We've been further into space than we have into the ocean.
We know more about
that's
outer
insane.
space than the ocean. Stop going in there. It's crazy down there.
Well, you just go. I don't go in the ocean anywhere where I can't see.
Also, oceans here in Connecticut, bad.
I didn't say I'm not going snorkeling in the Long Island Sound. Like,
That's
there's
disgusting.
nothing to see there anyway.
That's
okay?
so gross, dude.
But I'm saying in places that I've been, I went to Hawaii for my honeymoon, and like you can't go. Like, you get off the plane and it smells like flowers. Like, it's the most beautiful place on earth.
No,
and you go on these hikes, or you go. You've never been there.
I have seen pictures on Google, and it's not worth it.
In the comments, we're gonna need you to vote. We're gonna need
beach trip, hiking trip,
beach or forest. We're gonna ocean or forest. We're gonna need you to weigh in. We're gonna need you to vote. But everybody's different.
What's your favorite sea creature then, since you love the ocean so much?
Probably it's hard. I gotta go probably shark.
Just the most general answer, not a specific shark.
No,
I love the ocean.
I think tiger sharks are the coolest.
Okay, tiger sharks are cool.
Because of the stripes. Garbage can of the ocean, you know.
That's a tiger shark?
Yeah, they eat everything.
That's crazy. I'm learning something new. It still doesn't make me appreciate the ocean at all. I still hate it.
I would love to be in the ocean and see
with a
cool shark like that. Me and Brody went snorkeling last year.
See what I mean, guys? So what are we talking about?
Me and Brody went snorkeling last year, and we were out like on the reef or whatever, and this little black tip reef shark like swam by like from me to the camera, and it was like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, knowing that thing could just destroy me if it wanted to. And
this guy's
I was
a
like,
psycho.
That is so sick. It was just awesome.
Now, I once on my honeymoon we did like some paddle boarding, and it was maybe 35 feet from the shore, and I had a panic attack. I was like, I got to get off this thing. I was like, this thing's gonna swallow me up. I'm gonna end up in the middle of the ocean. This is not gonna be good.
What's your favorite sea creature?
I would probably say
Are we doing animal rankings right now?
No, we're just talking. We're just
okay.
We had a giant squid. Those things are sweet.
Have you ever watched that documentary on Netflix of the
orcas.
guy? Orcas, killer whales.
Killer whales.
They're awesome.
Those things are apex predators. Okay.
They're the number one predator in the sea.
That's
They've
what
been
apex
killing
means,
great. They've been killing great. Apex means the top. They've been killing great whites. That's why there's no more.
They're hunting them actively.
They are hunting great whites. That's why there's no more. That's why there's no more jumping great whites in South Africa. The killer whales have taken.
How do you
over.
know so much about the ocean?
Dude,
this is blowing my mind.
I love ocean.
Ever since you were a little kid, you've loved nature and loved those things.
For sure. Any sort of nature documentary,
Your
Planet
dad
Earth,
told me
Blue
you used
Planet.
you used to have the National Geographics and you'd flip through
My
them.
mom's dad had a National Geographic subscription for years and years and years. My mom's
a magazine for those of you
yes,
who don't
a
know
magazine.
What
it's like you go to the store or they mail it to you, and there's pieces of paper like all attached, and you read through it or look at pictures. And my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side, they traveled a ton. Like they went to India, Africa, China, Japan. Like they've been all over the world, you know. And so he was a huge nature lover, huge animal lover and stuff. And so he would collect all the National Geographic. And so I'm talking like stacks in his basement. And when I was 3 years old, I couldn't even read, you know, I hardly, you know, could hardly walk. No, I'm just kidding. And I would sit there. I was 7. I didn't even talk yet. No,
I hadn't even uttered my first word.
I would just sit there and I would just look at the pictures. And I've always just been, which is weird that I don't like
going
the outside.
It all ties
because
back
honestly,
around.
if there was any trip that I could take, like if you said money's no object, you can go anywhere you want in the world, it would be an African safari. Like that's one of my the biggest dream. Like I would love to do that, but only if I could do it. Like, you know, they have like really nice hotels and stuff like that. You know, like I'm not trying to.
It wouldn't
like,
be.
get
I've seen
eaten
a
by
few,
lion.
where it's like you're on like this big plot of land and there's animals just everywhere, and you can walk out and there's like giraffes.
I think you're
zebras.
thinking of Animal Kingdom at Disney.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's right. Yeah.
But have you
Orlando.
seen? But have you seen? Before I was rudely interrupted, have you seen?
It's my bad.
The documentary about the guy that has the relationship with the squid. With the
Not seen.
It's called what's it? We'll look it up. Somebody comment in the comments. It's on Netflix. Somebody look that up.
And he's like friends with
somebody
it?
look that
Like,
up.
that's
It's
like
on
his
Netflix. And it's dude, it's awesome.
So you're making fun of people.
It's called like My
cosplaying
Octopus
as characters, but
Teacher
you're
or
like,
something.
Hey, this guy has a friend who's a squid, and that's okay.
Dude, it's I'm just Google. We got
Squid
we got
friend.
some producers on it right
That's
now.
SpongeBob.
Google.
He has a friend who's a squid.
You found it? Come on, there's too much dead time on this spot. There it is. My Octopus Teacher. I told you.
My Octopus Teacher. That.
Go on Netflix. I not a great name for the documentary. I'm not gonna lie. But
Also, not a squid.
go. Yeah, not a squid. Not a squid. It's an octopus. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Yeah, that is funny, dude.
go. If you're
That's
a
too
fan
good.
of all things multiple legged in the ocean, go watch it. It's awesome. It's like it'll actually get you pretty emotional. It's
All right,
really-
I'm gonna watch it.
It shows how smart they are. This thing knows him. It knows him. It's really, really cool.
Nah, I like giant squid, orcas.
Yeah, that's
How
cool.
to.
Orcas, I really love killer whales, but have you ever seen like the footage of them like drowning the blue whale babies and stuff?
No,
They're
but this guy took
They're
a
really
dark
hard.
turn.
Well, they're geniuses, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
They're big brained for sure.
They might have 2 brains. We
Maybe.
need to fact check
Who
that.
knows? Yeah, if
Like
somebody
cows
fact check
have
that.
a couple of stomachs.
Yeah, I think
These
orcas have
got
6 brains.
6 brains.
They have this cool thing. Like, have you ever seen the ones where the seals are like on the iceberg and they, like a team of 4 of them will swim?
Navy SEALs?
No, a seal. and the orcas, like 4 of them will swim and they'll create a tidal wave to tip the
To tip
iceberg.
it off,
Like
yeah.
they're geniuses. But yeah, they on one of the Planet Earths or Blue Planet or whatever. Yeah, they have like footage of them. They like they separate the baby calf from the mom, and then then once it goes under, like before it can come back up for air, they like swim on top of it and literally drown it. It's super dark. Like, it made me hate killer whales. Like, it made me want to go buy a harpoon.
Now I'm gonna have to change. Okay, that's too far. That's crazy, Whale Wars. That's another show.
Oh, dude, that show was so awesome.
That is a good show.
We've gotten way off track here. This is such an unspiritual podcast.
Yeah, but got some knowledge from the Bible, and now
God created all of these animals,
and people are actively learning today about killer whales.
Yes. Which is an incredible...
And God's creation, which is what we wanted to talk about.
Exactly. We hope that this has helped in some way, shape, or form.
I got a new documentary to watch when I get home.
Get outside.
Actually,
get in
I'm
nature.
going to start today.
Honestly,
I'm not doing any work.
Honestly, any animal or ocean or land mammal show that you can watch on Netflix or...
Air, land, or sea.
Air, land, or sea. Yeah, true.
Any of them.
Not a big bird fan, but yeah.
I'm getting more into birding. That's what they call it.
There's another documentary that we watched with this albatross birds. They know where they fly like thousands of miles to lay their eggs every year.
This guy is cooking documentaries on a daily basis.
And the craziest part is, go watch it. There's tiger sharks that eat them, and the tiger sharks swim. The tiger sharks swim like 1,000 miles.
Because how many shows are you watching where these babies are being actively hunted?
Bro, I'm just telling you, the albatross are born on this island, and they have to learn how to fly, and the tiger sharks know the exact month that they're going to be born, and they swim like 1,000 miles in the ocean because they can't walk on land. They swim like 1,000 miles in the ocean, and they wait for these albatross to run off the island, and some of them figure it out and others of them fall in the ocean, and they eat them. They're sitting there waiting, and you're telling me there's not a God that shark knows how to do that? How can someone actually think that like an explosion happened and just like, oh, this shark knows exactly what? Come on,
get out of here.
That's what we say
to you. Get out of here. Last little thing, I saw a bald eagle the other day. Actually, I saw two. I saw one the other day while I was driving in the car, and 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton was playing, and right as she sang that bridge, a bald eagle flew by.
If I could fall
exactly, and
into
a bald
the
eagle
sky.
flew down. A single tear fell out of my eye.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
amazing. And then the other day,
the only
I was
thing
on
that
my
would have
way.
been better is if the national anthem was playing while it did that.
I started to salute. I did. I was like, I had to pull my arm back down. It was crazy. And then the other day, I saw another one in Brantford on my way home, and right over the highway.
I gotta get up north.
Another bald eagle flies right in. Texted my wife. I said, babe, you're not gonna believe it. I just saw another bald eagle. She didn't believe me. So guess what I did? Went on Google, found out bald eagles living in Brantford. So if you're living up there,
there you go. I got to get up north. I want to see a bald eagle like that.
It was amazing.
I also got to listen to Vanessa Carlton a little more.
You really
now that
do.
You just said that, it made me really.
It attracts bald eagles. They fly over.
Time would pass us by.
Get them back up there,
dude,
guys.
Come on.
We need them.
Guys, this has been awesome.
Do we need to do a ranking or anything, or are we just good?
We're done. Why not? Let's do it.
Do you want to?
Yeah, come on. Let's
check with our producers.
Let's rank something.
They're giving us the thumbs up, the green light.
Big shout out first before we do our rankings.
Top 5.
Before we do our rankings.
I had a list for you.
We got a big shout out. Big shout out. Because we haven't done this.
Is it a big
This
shout
is
out?
episode 3 and we haven't done it yet. And it's not right. It's a huge shout out.
Okay.
A massive shout out.
I'm ready.
Huge shout out. Mateo and Spencer.
And Spencer,
our producers /
video
editing
/
directors
/ visual.
All we do is sit here and talk. They're the ones that actually make it happen.
They do it.
So big shout out to them.
Wardrobe. They've been helping us with that.
Big shout out to them. If you see them in church, big shout out to them. But yeah, top 5. What do you got?
Top 5.
What do you got? You got something?
Listen, top 5.
We need you to message in with your top 5s. And listen, can we just give you a quick PS? They don't always have to be super spiritual, okay? We want to talk about God in the podcast, and then the top 5, it can be spiritual. I mean, we did worship leaders. I guess that's spiritual, but more, just
have
what
some
you
fun.
want to think. And we want you to engage. We want you to argue. People are still mad about my CC Winans comment. So.
They are still commenting on it every podcast, every post.
What do you got? Top 5. What do you got?
Top 5. All right, since we're talking about nature.
Yeah.
Top 5 animals that you think you could fight off with your bare hands. Go.
Top 5 animals that I think well, that's easy because if you're gonna give me a top 5, I'm gonna say like a bunny.
No, they have to be bigger than a dog.
So why don't you do it this way? Why don't I ask you? Could you defeat a adolescent chimpanzee one-on-one?
Absolutely not.
They're super strong.
They got hands that are their feet. Okay, which is just crazy talk. If we're being honest, that's just insanity.
Yeah, that
you talk
is
about
crazy.
the ocean's crazy. That guy's got hands for feet.
Yeah.
And he knows how to use them.
And he knows how to use them. He's not playing around.
Not.
He's not playing around at all.
He's not playing
dude.
around. Chimp. What about a really angry like mountain goat?
No way.
No way.
No way.
Just
Like
grab
a
that
billy
thing by the
goat?
horns.
Like a billy goat coming at you like
Like
that?
one with the circle, like a tar heel.
No, there's no way.
No way.
The blunt force of what they're
like
bringing.
if they square you up and they get a good one, it's a knockout punch. That's Mike Tyson.
Could you outrun
Luke? You've seen me
an
run.
obese black bear?
Uh,
You know what they say to
uphill,
do if
right
you've ever been
uphill, right?
No, downhill. Downhill.
Seems wrong.
Running uphill with a bear chasing you is
Because they're real good
barbecue
at it.
chicken.
They got 4 legs. We got 2.
Yes, downhill because their weight can topple over. I don't know
Okay.
if you've ever seen a large thing,
Large bear.
human or animal, run
Toppling
down
down.
a hill. It's not pretty.
It's not great. Okay,
No.
so next time I'm out in nature, if a black bear or brown bear, you said black bear. Brown bear, you're
either,
toast.
either
Grizzly
any bear. Oh, grizzly. Forget
Polar
it.
bear?
Oh, polar bear.
Forget about it. But you won't ever catch me in a climate where there's going to be a polar bear.
No,
You're out of your mind.
no. Plus, global warming's over, so the polar bears are fine.
They got nowhere to go.
Yeah, well, no, but the ice was melting, and now it's not anymore
now
because
they're
global
fine.
warming's not real.
Oh.
Bill Gates said it a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
so
well, that makes it true then.
that was a big hoax. You
love
know,
that.
so we don't really have a top 5.
We don't have a top 5. I just wanted to know if you could, what animals, if I brought it into the office, could you defeat it?
I mean, but that's what I mean is you can't really do that
We can't.
because
Why not?
if you're gonna give me like 5 choices, like I'm gonna pick something easy.
small, something easy.
Chinchilla, like Critter Caravan.
What about a honey
I could
badger?
defeat every animal that Critter Caravan brings in.
Yeah. Next episode, we're bringing Critter Caravan in for
That
a
would
battle
be
royale
so sick.
with
That would
Pastor
be
Luke.
awesome. Could we get them as a guest one week? That just
That would
like
be
have the
sweet,
animals
dude.
here.
That's all
We
right.
could just hold
Next week,
them, hold them while we're doing it. That would be so awesome. The bearded dragon,
Yeah.
the chinchilla, except the snake.
No, I love snakes. Dude.
No,
They're
stop.
sweet.
Stop.
They're cool.
Don't be ridiculous. There's a reason Satan was one. So that's it.
That's it.
No top 5 today.
No top
You're really
5,
ruining
but a
it.
great episode. Hope that you guys enjoyed that. Make sure that if you're not already following us, the church's social medias, we'll include them in the bio on the podcasts or on YouTube. If you're not already following us on TikTok, we got a TikTok.
We got a TikTok. What is it? New Life Podcast? The New Life Podcast?
That's
or
what they're
New
saying.
Life? You're shaking your head for both. Is it the or no the? No the. It's
Spencer
just
says
New
no
Life.
the.
So I said the New Life, and they're like, yeah. And then I said, which is it? And they're like, no the. So New Life Podcast on TikTok. I'm not even on TikTok, but we've heard good things.
We've been on it.
You're not
That's
on there
what-
either,
no,
are
but
you?
they-
No, we're
somebody
not.
came up to me and they're like, I saw you on my TikTok. I was like, how?
So if you're on TikTok, give us a follow on there. If you're on Instagram, follow the New Life page. Like you said, follow at Devon Patton. Is there numbers behind
95.
there? 95. Or at Luke Evans, OG
85?
OG Instagram user, just at Luke Evans, my name. I've had some people message me to try to buy it before, so
Nice.
because it's just my name, no underscores or anything.
Flex.
That's
That's not my Instagram? We're getting,
No.
the producers are
the
saying
producer's
that's not
saying
my
that's
Instagram.
not your Instagram.
It's Devon M. Patton.
It's
Devon
Devon.
M.
My
Patton.
email
That's
is
his email.
devinpat95@gmail.
No,
if you'd like
don't
to
tell
send
them your
me.
email. Are you crazy? You just
Bleep that
gave,
out.
You just gave away your email to everyone that's watching right now. Oh my gosh, dude, you're gonna get some crazy.
If you live in
emails
Fairfield
right
or
now.
New Haven County and you'd like to join us on a Sunday morning or Wednesday night for church, join us at New Life.
or email Pastor Devon. Somebody's gonna email you and be like, send me some pictures of bald eagles. Like, so you're getting
next time you see a bald eagle, call me.
you're getting some weird emails for sure.
I'll meet you up in Brantford.
You
What's
live
your
in
address?
They know you live in Brantford, and they have your email.
I've given up too much information.
Yeah, you're so cooked. Oh my gosh. All right, we hope that you have a awesome week. We hope that this nonsense has at least encouraged you a little bit to get outside, get in nature. Let the sun hit your face. Let the wind blow on you. Think about how big God is, how good God is, how much he loves you. Go collect some rocks.
Put your rain boots on and go stomp around in some puddles.
Yeah, be a kid for a little while. Go grab Leafy and Rocky and hang out with him, and Grassy, and that's it. That's all we got. We hope that you guys have an awesome day. Later.
See you later.